Hello, hello, Baja Divine 144 here. Thank you so much for tuning in, my collective. Truly appreciate you stopping by. You already know. Like, subscribe, help to support the channel, help it to grow. To anyone returning, keep the support coming. Much love, much love, much love. Let's get into it, collective. Let's see. Someone's realizing that something's too much. This is not real. I hear it's a gimmick. Someone feels as though being with you or you being with them, you feel as though it's a gimmick. Like it's a put on. It's not real. It's an illusion. It's all for show. Someone's high maintenance, or they're fronting as if they're high maintenance, but they're not up to par. Whoever this is, you know what I'm saying? Someone, it's like you want to lay down like roots with someone, but they're all about the image. Someone's all about the image. They want to be seen. They want to prove shit to people, and the things they're trying to prove to people is not even right. It's fake. It's fictitious. So you decided to move on. You know, watch out for addictive energies coming towards you, sexual energies. You know, especially if you are remaining. You know, you are going without intimacy for a while. You may have been, or you still are. You're looking for someone to, like, I hear fit the bill. That, you know, check all your boxes and shit. You got away from someone quick because you realized something. You was in an illusion being with this person. They could do something, trigger you in some sort of way. And you're going to be happy you walked away from their ass. Like, thank you. You know? You're going after what you want. They're not what you want. You know, someone may be too sexual, even though you are intimate. You know, I mean, hey, you like to do what you got to do. And, you know, you're all about fulfilling needs and doing your thing and all that. But that can't be everything. Someone could be all about that. The sexual shit, pleasure, getting what they want. So someone, they don't know the mechanics. They don't know everything, the ins and outs of being in a relationship. Is just the outside part. Taking pictures and shit. Let's take some pictures. It could be something like that where someone wants to just like post all the time, but there's no settle. This is what we do all the time, but what do we got going on? Do we have a plan? Are we moving in together? Are you going to work? I feel as though someone's not even working, but they demand a whole bunch of shit. You know? And they have a voice. They do have a following. It could be someone has a following, whether it's on IG, Facebook, something like that. You know, someone's used to being in the spotlight. Someone's head is in the clouds, though, because you're not the one. Period. Order to. But it's okay. You understand it or whatever, but you also understand that it's time for you to move on. You're on something different. You could be more mature. You could be quite older, not significantly, but your mind could be in a different place. You guys could be the same age. Someone's just stuck, you know, on outside appearance. Like I said, someone's living in a fantasy, in a dream world. And, you know, you could have been in the beginning, but you're waking up from that shit and you're not participating anymore. You're moving on. Someone's all about, you know, being seen. You know, someone wants to be like a sex symbol or something. You know what I'm saying? Could be dealing with the Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. It doesn't have to be. It could also be a Capricorn. So it's like someone wants you to, you know, forget about something, but you moved on. You've healed. Started over, and you're fine with whatever. Someone, it's like they're upset because you're realizing your power. You're taking your power back, you know? It's okay. You know, you're dealing with something the best way you know how, and that's moving on. You're healing. Something's over. You're no longer like blinded behind this bullshit. Because the whole time this person was doing this, they could have had someone else. You know, someone had a lot going on. And like I said, that's okay. But you just know that you're not with that. You know? You know, you reevaluated a lot of things and you let a lot of people go in your life and they're one of them, but they could be trying to come back. Yeah, Five of Cups. If someone was dealing with you, other people, and they still are, they could be trying to come back on the same bullshit. Someone's quite devilish. You know what I'm saying? Someone could be quite seductive, or they could see you that way, like you're sneaky, you got too much going on, but like someone's just not on the same wavelength as the other person. You feel me? Like if that's what you want to do, do you? But I'm not going to be in the picture, you know. And someone can't take that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Knight of Pentacles. You'd rather be alone on some single shit. You've healed with the Ten of Swords in reverse. Like, okay, you ain't deceiving me no more. You know, the worst is over. Period. I learned my lesson rocking with your ass, and I'm no longer doing that. You know, and now someone's upset. Someone's disappointed, grieving a situation, but they already got someone else. You're just not with it. You know that it's time to move on from being with this person. They know it too, but someone wants what they want. You know, someone wants what they want, and I feel as though you're just not there anymore. Yes, trust your intuition, period. Trust your intuition, collective. Don't let them change your mind. You know what I'm saying? Don't let them like fool you with what they say, with what they do. They could be trying to reminisce and shit, bring up the past. No. No means no. You've healed. It's time to move on. Yes. Something better will come instead. You best believe that shit. Someone could be trying to talk you out of your happiness. You're thriving right now. You're just now getting back into you, realizing that you didn't need this. It was just another lesson. You know, they were supposed to be there for a brief moment in your life, and you've moved on. You feel me? But someone is really sneaky at this time. Someone's not going to let it be that easy, but it's up to you what you say, what you do. Something better is coming, and you could already be in something better, doing something better, you know? Not worried too much about certain things. You've already learned your lesson, and you know which way to move in a situation, but someone could be upset about that. Be careful what you wish for. I'm telling you, something's coming towards you. You need to be ready for that. You know, it's no need to worry about shit in the past. It's going to be some past things that's going to come into your life, whether it's a person, an old job, someone that, you know, that you decided to just part ways from on some like amicable shit, but they could be like coming back. It could be like a family member or something like that, but whatever it is, trust your intuition about a situation. If you moved on, let it be what it is. Someone is trying to come back and slow you down, distract you, see what you have going on. This is someone who's all about advancing through other people, leaning on other people. I want to say something like that. They have a lot of high standards, but can you provide the same thing? You know what I'm saying? It's like someone expects other people to have shit for them, but they don't bring nothing to the table. That's what it seems like. This is not diminishing your ass, you know what I'm saying? But whatever it is, trust your intuition. Someone could be trying to block your happiness because, you know, something better is coming towards you. Something better is headed your way instead. Be careful what you wish for. Meaning, stop thinking about this past situation. If it comes back, let it be what it is. Don't even answer. Leave that shit on read. You know? Because you need to get ready for this. Because they could come out of the blue. Someone that you've been trying to manifest in your life. A beautiful relationship. A beautiful new job position. Whatever it is. It could come out of the blue. And the thing is, are you going to be ready for that? You know what I'm saying? Or are you going to start to focus more on the past? And that's what they want you to do. Someone wants you to focus on them. I hear you got to focus on me. Someone's quite self-centered. They're very self-centered. It could have been someone that you was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Let's get some signs real quick. Who could this be? Possibly that you may be dealing with. It could be a Gemini. Does not have to be a Sag. Could be involved here. Also a Leo. Let's see. Could also be a Leo. Let's see. Collective. Okay. Like for now, you need to keep your relationship. If you are dealing with someone new, you need to keep it under wraps, on the low. You could be dealing with someone new. You're starting to open up again. You could have had a wall up. You weren't trying to go there anymore. But someone is realizing that you need love, and I feel as though you're starting to realize that too. But just let you two get to know each other on a more private level before you make something public, because I feel as though it's just like vultures. I just see like vultures. You hear me, collective? Ready. It's like a lot of people are wondering what you got going on anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you have ghosted a lot of people with avoidance. You've been in hiding, or so people are saying, but you just see it as I'm just doing my own thing. You're not hiding from no one. You just on the low, doing your own thing, minding your business. You could just be going to work with your kids, and that's it. You know, a lot of people could say that you're ghosting, you're not around, trying to figure out where you at and shit. A lot of people are starting to have feel some sort of way about that shit. You know, and people are just dying to see what you got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone could act as if they got the drop on what you have going on. If you say too much, if you do too much, just keep some things private for now, especially if it's something that's making you feel better about yourself, if it's something that you feel as though you have a good chance with. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, something is going to end up with a positive outcome. No matter how you look at it, someone wants to apologize for something, and I feel as though you guys are going to heal. It could be someone from the past. Someone wants to make up with you. Yeah, and like I said before, it's going to be someone wants to make up with you, and you're going to have a good something's going to be resolved with someone from your past, or someone that you have a lot of love for here. You're going to heal, but you need to keep that on the low, because it's like people waiting. They're upset because you ghosted. They're upset. You could have like took a lot of people off your page. You could have like cleaned up your social media page, your friend list, and all that type of shit. You took a lot of people off, and a lot of people are feeling some sort of way about that. Like, a lot of people feel as though they're supposed to have input, or they're supposed to be able to see what you got going on in your life, and it's a lot of changes that you're making. And, you know, it could be these people, someone's quite jealous. They want to hold a grudge because you disappeared on their ass. They're saying avoiding. Like I said, it's not about avoidance. I don't feel that, collective. I feel as though you just fell back from a lot of people. Doing your own thing, you know, getting your mind right, your body right, you know, spending a lot more time with your family, or that's what you're trying to do. It's like you're trying to bring something together, and that's what you're focused on. It's not so much as like your friends list. Like, what the fuck? These could be people that like depend on social media, or they're nothing without posting. That's where they get their, I want to say, gusto. You know, that's what they get their confidence is, like, through posting. But you don't have time for that. It's like you behind the scenes for a reason. Like, you doing a lot of healing. There could be something that you needed to fall back for, but there's people that's upset because you're healing and shit. It's a lot of people upset because you're not letting them in on your life no more. Shoot, like they got a backstage pass. You know what I'm saying? There could be like some sort of secret exposed, or someone trying to find out if anything they can about on you. What the fuck? It's like someone's trying to find out secrets. Someone wants exposure because you are on the low right now. You're trying to heal. There's someone that's wanting to heal things with you. That's what you're working on. You're changing things about yourself, you know. And it's like a lot of people that want to come in and stop that. It could be someone else in your life. It could be another ex. It could be like an ex that wants to heal some shit with you, my collective, and then it's another ex that was on some bullshit, straight up double life. This person had a family here, a family there, kids here, there, you know, a lot of betrayal dealing with this person, affairs here, lying, cheating, manipulation, things like that. This person is still watching you. They feel as though they need input on your life. You should always let them in on what you got going on. You know, This person could be the one that is giving you the side eye, is giving you the evil eye and shit. You know, because you do feel as though someone's watching you. It could be someone from your past that hurt the hell out of you. You had to heal from this person, and now they feel as though they're supposed to have some sort of input on your life. What the fuck? Secret babies and whatnot. They could have ended up messing with a friend that you no. Someone could be shocked at the fact that you moved on. You know, you healed from what they put out, what they set out to do to hurt you. Someone was quite manipulative when they was with you. They were sneaky. They were very mean. disgusting. They took advantage of your heart, your love, and shit like that. They really hurt you a lot. You cried a lot. Now you was with this person, whoever this is, collective. You always was with them, but you still felt alone. Like, what the fuck? What am I doing? But yeah, this is the one that wants to come back, or this is the one that could be giving you the evil eye. They're surprised that you moved on with your life. They're mad because they feel as though you're avoiding them, but you're minding your business. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look at that shit. This is someone who was a fucking player, who had you in a third party, hooking up, possible STD scares and all that type of shit. They was doing all types of things, double life, doing things, bringing it back to you. You went through a lot being with them. It could be a cancer, doesn't have to be, but you are on a different frequency. You know what I'm saying? You're with someone else, minding your business, and the person that you are in vibes, you are in sync with, as far as your vibes and whatnot, is this person over here. You know what I mean? That you're healing with through love. Like I said, it could be someone from your past that you're going to heal with and, reconcile things with, rebuild trust and move on with. But you also have another ex that's still nasty, still slinging that thing everywhere, doing whatever with whoever, And they just spinning the block just to see what you got going on. If you let them in, they're going to bend your ass over, talk their shit to you, take some shit and move on like they normally do. That's what you want? Okay. If they so fine, go ahead. Because all they're going to do is leave you wet, period. And I'm being straight up, you know what I'm saying? But there is someone else that could be wanting to reconcile with you. If all you seeing is this person that wants to come back on this bullshit, there is someone on the side that you're not aware of that truly wants to reconcile with you. You know what I'm saying? I feel as though this is what you need to be paying attention to. There is someone that truly cares for you. They want to heal with you. Another ex. There's two exes you're dealing with, collective. One ex wants to heal with you. They want to make things right. They know you need them. They know you need real, true love. And it's time for you guys to heal some shit. They want to rebuild something. There could have been a fallout. They could have walked away from your ass. This person's quite mature. They could be wanting to come back and help you again, love on you, help you through some shit. But you also have this other ex, that lived a double life, that had you in some bullshit. They could be watching you from the sidelines, waiting for the perfect time to come back into your life and mess it up. They know what you want. They know what you like. This person could be quite sexual. You could just feel them sexually, and they could come back on some shit, and you're going to regret it. This person is coming back with the same thing that they had before. They just want to come back and shake shit up, and just know that they can do that at any time. This person's cocky, inconsiderate, miserable, and they carried you through some shit. If that's what you want, that's what you want. But there is someone, you know what I'm saying, that really wants to be with you. You guys really have a natural flow together on the same page. It could be someone from your past that you could have a beautiful reconnection with. You have to give it time. If that's what you want, they are yours for the taking. They want the same thing that you want. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. This is double life. Double life. Ace of Cups. Could be a Scorpio, Cancer, or a Pisces. Or a Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. You have an Ace of Cups here, my collective. Someone wants to give you a lot of love, but which one is giving you the right love? Like I said, you have two people coming in. Both of them are exes. Collective, you already know. And we in retrograde and shit. On the brink of it. It's coming in or something. You have two exes coming in. Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces. It could also be a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. One of them carried your ass through some bullshit. They could have been on some burning type shit. You know what I mean? Third parties here, there, everywhere doing their thing. Everybody ass, kept you in things, kept you in drama, and you're not even on that type of shit. Or it could be in reverse. It could be this water sign. But whatever it is, you have two. You have two. Oh my God, look at that. And you hear me shuffling. Ace of Wands. What? Look. Ace of Wands, yes. It could be this Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Someone could be they need to handle their business here, because you got player, third party hooking up, possible STD. Ace of Swords here. Some sort of clarity with someone. Ace of Wands, someone, did too much, doing too much, they still doing too much, and they're going to come through and do too much with your ass. You know what I'm saying? This could be like a warning for someone. Keep going with what you are going with. Do not go back. Do not go back to someone that carried you through some shit. If you are dealing with an ex that it just did not work out, give it another try if you feel as though you could. Rather than go back to someone from your past, a past ex that had you in this bullshit. You feel me? Like, what? And they're upset because you're with someone else living your life, but you're going to get some sort of clarity about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Look at that. Passion filled, but yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying? Someone holding that wand, waiting for you so they can go ahead and do some more things to you and slide on and act as if they never knew you, because that's how they acted when they was with your ass. You know what I'm saying? Be careful, my collective. Someone could be coming back on some bullshit again. Let's get some more signs before I slide. Let's see. Scorpio could be significant, does not have to be. A Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, or an Aries. Talk to you later, collective.